So today I read this essay called The Subconscious Behaviors That Are Keeping You From Having the Life You Want. And I believe that this is a really nice and captivating heading for an essay. And if you don't know, this is the day one of my challenge where I'll be reading the book called 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. And this is my journey of documenting myself throughout reading this book. So this essay starts with a really nice topic and an introduction, and it talks about monoculture. Monoculture of all sorts. Like monoculture is basically a governing pattern or a system of beliefs that people unconsciously accept as truth. So if you don't know, like I usually write down stuff what I'll be speaking in this video. So don't mind if I just look down to see, because I don't want to waste time in making the whole video and editing stuff. As I have already told in the day zero of the introduction video, that I want to keep this whole system as minimal as possible. So yeah, I was talking about the monoculture part. So monoculture is a really known phenomena in the society, and it has been going down and coming down from generations to generations. If we look at the previous times, let's say during the World War II in the Nazi Germany, so Nazi ideology was the monoculture of that time in Germany in the 1930s. So people accepted it as the holy truth, and only truth where we know that, and it was a truth that we know that like it was the worst thing that happened to the humankind. So but at that time people like accepted it wholeheartedly, and I don't think most of the people questioned it at that time in the Nazi Germany. I'm not talking about some other countries, but at least the Nazi German people at that time. So it is a really difficult thing to come out of our beliefs and our system of beliefs. So and we just go on and perceive as the holy truth. So if we talk about the current generation, which I also belong to, the Gen Zs, so there is a trend that if you want to fit in the society, especially in this young Gen Z type of a culture thing, you need to go clubbing, you need to dress a particular way. Everyone just go on and follows a particular Instagram creator or a Pinterest post maybe, and everyone just wears the same clothes, follows the same brands and all, which people are just influencing them. So this is also a monoculture of sort. If we just go on back in the 80s or the 90s, I was not alive at that time, but what I have seen from the movies and the pictures of people from that time is that people dressed just not only to fit in the society, but it was an expression of their selves. It was an expression of their beliefs. Fashion just wasn't a Instagram post. It was basically more of a identity for them, more of that fashion identity. So I believe that monocultures need to be broken, and it is really important. So if we look at monocultures in life too, we have some monocultures and in system of beliefs for our career, for our jobs, for our study and all. So this essay talks about that and lists down some points. So starting with the first point, like the essay talks about, like we believe that creating our best lives is a matter of our decisions and our deciding choices and factors. But what like and what we want from the life is we point down some things in on paper and just go on and follow it to make our life the best in the world. But in reality, we can't just predict our future and what will make us happy in the long run. Like we just go on and put down some things that if all these criterias are fulfilled, then my life will be good at some particular point of time, 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line. But when we say that when we want that XYZ thing, we are just recreating a solution or an ideal of the past. All these decisions are just uh, based on the current scenarios and the past that we have lived in. If our childhood was basically in a turmoil where our parents were basically fighting, or there were some family issues, then we want that family should be our first priority, and the family environment must be the greatest thing in the life. So all these decisions just get formed from the past experiences and from the past belief systems. And that's what the essay says, that these belief systems are always not the truth. So living in the reality in the current moment isn't just a lofty idea of the saints or the enlightened people. Instead, we also should follow it. But like I'm not also not a saint, and I would also say that it was in the recently only about a month ago I was also in a very, I would say, gloomy phase where I was just thinking about my future, how the things would turn out, and if I would be able to live a good life, be successful. And there isn't a like switch on and off button which you can just click and all those feelings just go away. But it takes times to just cope up with these feelings, and it is just a vague thing, I would say, and I don't have even don't have words to like put in. So like we'll just move to the second point, and I hope that this question that I also have gets answered in this book down the line. So that second point that the essay talks about is that you convince yourself that any given moment in the life is a representative of your life as a whole. And I have also faced this, and you also might have faced this many a times. Like I'm currently in the college, and maybe like I'm pursuing a course, and I believe that it is not made for me. And I believe that this course is not made for me, so whole of my life is just going to a shit place, and it will just go down. But I don't believe this is true. And if we just like zoom out a little bit and see life as a whole big picture, like there's a famous line too, like life is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So like it is true. And we should just don't focus on just one particular scenario in the recent past or the current scenarios. Instead, we should just go on and basically go with the flow, as the first point mentions. So the third point the essay talks about is that don't create unnecessary problems and crises in your life because you are afraid of actually living it. So this is a really big problem in today's generation, and I also do it sometimes. Like we just go on and create some fake scenarios in our mind. What would we do if things go like this? What would we like do if our friends just uh, break their friendships with us and stuff like that? We just listen to, even if everything's fine, we just listen to sad gloomy songs just to make that fake scenario in our mind and just enjoy it. But instead, that this what this point talks about is that we are actually afraid of facing it in real life. That's why we just create those problems in our mind. And when we are creating those problems in our mind, there are a lot of chances too that we can basically go on and create in it in the real life too. So we should just stay away from creating those fake scenarios. So yeah, and I am a big hypocrite. I believe that because uh, all these things which are written down here are being followed by me religiously. Okay, so what this essay talks about, you should not do it. I'm doing it already, so I'll also change, and you should too. So fourth point, we think to change our beliefs, we need to adopt a new line of thinking rather than seeking experiences. Yeah, this is a really nice point which the essay talks about, is that we have some particular system of beliefs and things. And I am a sociology student also, by the way. And in sociology, it is told that whatever we believe, whatever we perceive in the life, is just based on our surroundings and what we have uh, been seeing in our past years. So like people have beliefs for, like, let's take an example for this too. Like people have believed that maybe a person from this particular region of the world or the country will be something like this or that. There are a system of beliefs present. But what I believe is that, and what the essays also talk about, that we should rather seek experiences than thinking that we'll just need to adopt a new line of thinking, just pull out the memory card currently we have and just destroy it and put a new one. Instead, like all these beliefs are formed from experiences of others and the surrounding of us. So to change them also, we need to add new experiences so that things average out basically. And we have some new thinking in our minds. So yeah, so to change the belief system, we just need to go out and have experiences that make us uh, feel real to you and not just like opposite way around. It is not the opposite way around, just like we need to like first change the belief and then change and make the experiences. Instead, first we need to go and have experiences, and then our experiences will and the beliefs will change. And there is a teacher. His name is I'm forgetting his name, but he teaches for UPSC aspirants, and he talks about that how good of a human being are you and how evolved are you is determined by how much sane you feel around the people you don't find, basically from the same mentality, from the same belief systems around you. Some people may be uncomfortable with some type of people, maybe LGBTQ people, maybe uncomfortable with all the other people, and the other people are feeling uncomfortable with them. But we need to have experiences and at least just have a basic talk with a person and just see them as a person and just remove all the tags and things. So the point 5 is that you think that your past defines you, and the worst that you think is unchangeable, but in reality, your perception of it changes as you do. Okay, so this is a really nice point. Also, all the points are nice, but yeah. So when we look at our past, currently, like I am in second year of my college, so if I look at my past, so I had been like preparing for JE for 3 years. Like I appeared in my class 12th and I dropped out, and I like again appeared, and then also I couldn't clear it, and I had a lot of discomfort and a feeling of like I would should say, what should I say, defeat in me that I was not able to clear it. But when I entered in my current college, the Delhi University, and I look back at it, I sometimes find that okay, it might be good that I never went there, because when I see my current situations in my family too, and in and there are a lot of factors, I believe that it was okay that I was not selected. And it is a really nice uh, phrase in Hindi that जो भी होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. So yeah, this point says that. So a perception of your past changes a lot as you have experiences, you gain experiences more and more. So this goes back on the fourth point, previous point, that gain experiences so that your system of beliefs change, and those beliefs, when they get changed, your perception of past also change, because we believe that the past is unchangeable, and we just need to have to deal with it. But what if we just go and find some good solutions and some good things at least from the past? We just go on and stand, like if we assume the life as a movie script and a movie, whole movie, so if we just focus on one camera shot, one frame at a particular point of time, but there are a lot of thousands and thousands of frame in a film, and we need to see all of them. So at least as we grow, as we evolve as a person, we tend to see more of those frames, more of those frames as a whole. Okay, so the sixth point the essay mentions is that you try to change other people, other situationships, and other situation things, but you can't, basically. You, like Gandhi also says that to change the world, you first need to change yourself, and it is true. And I don't think I should elaborate more upon this, because it is like intuition. We all know that, but never follow it. Okay, so there are a lot of things from this essay that I found really nice, and many of the things were like things which we already know. But sometimes what happens is that unless and until someone don't nudge you, don't go on repeatedly telling you, we don't follow it. And I believe same is the case with this essay. And I don't feel sorry. Like, why should I feel sorry? Yeah, okay. So basically, the thing is that I want to make all these videos raw, uncut, unfiltered, and I don't prepare much. I just wrote down the basic points that I liked from the essay in my diary, and just recorded this video. So there will be a lot of instances in the whole video where I just deviate from the path, or basically my points are not that great, or like my, what should I say, delivery is not that great, because this is the whole reason for creating these videos, that whatever I learn, whatever thought I have, I should be able to deliver it with the most utmost clarity. And as again in the introduction video I talked about, that in the age of AI, communication is the only thing we have left with us, so we should focus more upon it, and I am focusing in on it. So this was the day one of my video challenge, and I hope to complete it and make more videos on more essays. So yeah, that was it for today. Okay, thank you, bye.